Hello, my name is Qi. I am a PhD student from University of Arizona with a focus on modeling the decision making in spatial navigation in virtual reality. Today, I will be walking you through the exercise on polynomial regression. So from the previous tutorial, we already learned about simple linear regression as well as multiple linear regression. The reason we are applying linear regression to our data is that we are trying to find a mathematical expression to approximate the relations in our data. While applying the regression model, you have probably wondering, what if my data has a more complex relationship that weren't able to be captured by a linear regression model? So build on our previous knowledge on linear regression, let's expand it to a more generalized form of regression, polynomial regression. So as you can see here, polynomial regression is designed for a more complex form nonlinear relations data. What we would do first is to prepare the data in a form that the model will be able to consume. And this will be our exercise today. So let's take a look at the data that we'll be using. We'll be using stimulated data that has a nonlinear relations. So our data is ready now. Let's take a look at the implementation. We'll be doing it in Python. Here we define and we use a self-defined function with the input of with x and the order. So here we are trying to, at this step, we're trying to construct a matrix for our data, or what we call as a design matrix. Each element here would be a vector of elements from that specific degree. We want to remember to comment this out so it won't raise an error later when we're calling the function. It's important to check if the dimension of our input matches what we expected. If not, then we need to broadcast it to the specific shape that we want. Here, we are trying to create a new matrix with only ones in it, because later on we will be stacking columns to this matrix. So we only need to get the number of rows in it and then create the first column. So let's try to see what we are doing here. Basically, we are trying to look through, create a design matrix based on how many turns, how many degrees we have in it. So what we do right now is to first call this function, and then append everything back to this matrix. What we're appending is essentially x with a specific degree that we're currently looking through. And let's see if it works. Yep, looks like it's correct. So that will be it for today's demonstration.